A billion-dollar victory was just won in court by superstar Carrie Underwood against one of daytime TV's most controversial talk shows. The View takes a very negative view of the fallout. This case did more than just show the flaws in Hollywood's media machine, it destroyed them. It all started with a single performance. Underwood singing at Donald Trump's second inauguration, for which she was heavily criticized by The View's most vocal hosts. How fun is that? Goldberg and Sunny host, but Underwood didn't stay quiet. She fought back by filing a lawsuit that revealed shocking facts about how the media treats famous people. Now that $1 billion is at stake and a decision that could change TV forever, ABC and The View are in full crisis mode, scrambling to limit the damage. One question remains: how did Carrie Underwood turn things around and make history? Let's break it all down, country. Superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career staying out of trouble. A lot of people are upset about it, but she's going to perform at the inauguration. In a statement, she said she was doing it because she believes the country needs to come together in unity and look to the future. Some of her fans are excited about it, while others are not. It all started with what should have been a simple patriotic performance, which surprised and angered some. There were mixed feelings in the country when Carrie Underwood sang at Donald Trump's second inauguration. Some people liked that she stayed true to her country roots and didn't make politics into her songs, while others saw it as a clear support for Trump's policies. People were angry, but it wasn't even close to what happened the next day. The View quickly criticized Underwood on national TV, with Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny host LED calling her performance an act of political loyalty instead of just a musical appearance. They didn't stop there, though. They made it personal by making fun of her. Intelligence questioned her morals and said she had ruined her career forever. Their attacks didn't stop at rumors. The host even predicted her demise, saying that Nashville and Hollywood would reject her, that fans would stop buying her music, and she had made a mistake that could not be fixed. In just minutes, they turned a performance into a scandal, placing Underwood at the center of a media storm. Firestorm she didn't ask for at first. Carrie didn't say anything, but behind the scenes, she was facing real effects. Sponsors were hesitant. Industry insiders whispered, and media outlets followed The View's lead in portraying her as controversial. What was supposed to be just another gig had suddenly turned into a career-defining moment that almost ended it all. But Carrie didn't give up. She made a choice that would change everything. She fought back. I know you wanted to hear what Whoopi Goldberg had to say, and I have it for you. Play it back and listen. She tells him, "I love our country. I don't understand how you can say you love your country and support and normalize a convicted criminal who wants to destroy it. I agree with Joy. I can't sing a note, but if someone asked me, I would say, no. People do what they do for whatever reason. It's like Joe and Ma. They did what they did because they thought it was the right thing to do. They needed to do, and I had to support them. If I think I have the right to decide to go perform somewhere, then I think they have the same right, so I had to support them. Of course she has the right to do it. What a point to bring them all together. Like what she's saying doesn't make sense." Carrie Underwood's choice to stay quiet at first wasn't an admission of defeat. It was a smart move to avoid further public humiliation by the show's host, Underwood. As the music business started to change around her, radio stations were hesitant to play her songs, brands that were eager to work with her suddenly pulled away, and music executives talked about whether she had become too controversial for mainstream success. The View's story was like wildfire, and it was clear that it was hurting her career. But it wasn't just about Carrie, it was a much bigger problem. When people talked about how the media affects people's views, some fans stood by her and others pulled away. At the same time, people who work in the entertainment business started to doubt the influence that talk shows like The View had on how people saw things. Was this just harsh political criticism, or was it part of a planned media attack on a public figure to get more views? Then the news dropped. leaked private emails from ABC executives. These messages were found during the lawsuit and showed that network hops had actively supported the smear campaign against Underwood, not because they were honest journalists, but because they wanted to get people involved. A disagreement. According to the lawsuit, the show's producers knew that attacking a well-known conservative artist would make headlines, spark social media outrage, and ultimately boost their ratings. As these revelations spread, the conversation changed from Carrie Underwood's alleged mistake to The View's credibility. Legal experts, industry professionals, and even rival talk shows started to question how much power networks should have in deciding who gets a platform and who gets canceled. What started as an attack on Carrie Underwood turned into an attack on the network's credibility. Was now a full-blown scandal for ABC, and the public was paying more attention. While this was going on, Carrie was quietly planning her next move, which no one saw coming. I hope we're past the point in politics where we want to ruin people's careers because we don't agree with their views. I didn't agree with the Dixie Chicks criticizing George Bush, and if you have a problem with Carrie Underwood, you can let her know by not downloading her songs and not going to her concerts. I agree with her about her shows, but I also think it's a good business move for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump, and artists tend to lean that way. As the media storm over Carrie Underwood raged on, it became clear that this wasn't just a celebrity fight. It was a fight for control over public narratives and media ethics. What began as a slow burn of backlash in the entertainment industry quickly turned into a full-on legal showdown that would change the entertainment and media landscape forever. Carrie, after months of silence, Underwood decided to fight back, not only for herself but also for the integrity of the industry she had worked so hard to build. She filed a defamation lawsuit against The View, naming the hosts on the network as the ones who orchestrated the smear campaign against her. This lawsuit wasn't just about clearing her name. It was also about challenging the very foundations of cancel culture and media manipulation. In her complaint, Underwood accused the hosts of The View of making false statements about her. She was hurt by false, mean-spirited comments that hurt her job and reputation, but the case quickly turned into much more than a personal dispute. Underwood's lawyers found a lot of disturbing evidence that showed the show's producers and network executives were planning to make money off of the controversy. The documents showed internal emails and memos that showed ABC executives wanted to shame Underwood in public to get more people to watch and watch more of the show. It was clear that the producers of The View knew that Underwood's performance at the inauguration would cause a lot of anger on social media and lead to a big rise in ratings. In short, it was all about the numbers. As the case went on, more shocking facts came to light. Witnesses came forward to say that Underwood had been the target of organized attacks by the media and that the network had used her story to fuel a political goal that was more about stirring up conflict than telling the truth. The case went from being a celebrity drama to a national conversation about media ethics and the power of networks to shape public opinion. With each new revelation, the pressure on ABC and The View grew. What started out as a personal fight between a star and a talk show turned into a full-blown crisis that called into question the integrity one of the most important TV platforms in the United States. The case wasn't just about clearing Underwood's name. It had become a sign of resistance against the unhealthy power dynamics that what is modern media. No longer was Carrie Underwood just fighting for her career, she was also fighting to change the rules of the game. With every legal blow, it became clear that she was determined to win. What do you think about this debate? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this story interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get more updates.